Years and years have gone by and we've moved from the house where we buried her. Day before we moved, I said to James, well, you got to dig her up. You have to dig her up because she's my first child. She's my firstborn. You have to dig her up.
Jingle! My sister's got 2 boys. She went, you know what, Rosie, one night, they'll just not come in your room ever again. Yes. And that's it. And I was like, that's the saddest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
It's like that
so
thing,
I don't give a shit.
It's like that thing when people say, one day you'll put your child down,
yes,
and you'll never pick them up again,
yeah.
and you'll not know.
Yeah. Somebody did that to me when I went out for the first time after having Kit, who was my second one. And we went out and we were sitting outside like this cafe, and Eva must have been about 2.5 and she was like running around and I was there and Kit was just like a couple of days old. And these women came up to me and they were like, oh my gosh, she's so adorable. And this woman said, you need to look at this poem called The Last Time or something and read it. So I was like, oh, right, okay. So I was really hormonal anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And I searched it and it is, one day it will be the last time that you ever brush their hair. One day you will pick them up and carry them and then you'll put them back down and it will be the last time that you have ever picked them up. And I just sat there crying and was like, what sort of sadist does that to a new mother?
That's so odd on you. Yeah.
Awful.
That's like a drive-by.
Yeah.
Yeah, she just walked past, gave you the worst poem in the world and then kept going.
Like, why would you do? But you did that to me the other day as well.
What have I done?
So, oh my God, your post about the table.
Oh, the table.
And then it made me laugh afterwards that you then put another thing on saying, I'd just like to say that I was really premenstrual and it's just a table. But by that point, I was crying, going, it's not just a table, though. It's not just a table. It's not just a table.
Yes.
All of the times that I was watching them, when they're sitting, and then I started crying.
That table's seen some.
Yeah,
seen some.
And they've been
shit.
through, and it got to the end, and I was openly saying, "But no, it's not just a table, though. It's not."
A table.
Do you know what my husband wanted to do? Which because I was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe that this is along the same lines."
Yeah,
he wanted to burn the cot. What sort of man or human being does that? Because, right, we moved out to Oxfordshire.
He does not want any more kids, by the way. You cannot give this man, he's given you all of, do not have any more children.
All the signs.
Please, honest to God.
You're gonna see you've got a log burner or something, aren't you?
No, we live out in the countryside, right? So he had a bonfire going in the garden.
Right.
And he said, we don't need, there's loads of stuff that we don't need now.
Yeah.
And we don't need the cot. So I'm going to burn it. I was like, are you serious? Can you not? Like, he was like, well, we don't need it, so we may as well put it on for wood. I was like, but emotionally, and like, what it means to us, and every single one of our children has been in it.
It's the same cot that you've had for all the kids.
All of the children.
No, you can't.
Been in the cot, and I said, and aside from that, what that means to me, don't you think that that's like a really, like a bad luck thing as well?
That's
How
a bad
could you do
juju.
that on our family?
Because
so
men
he did
don't.
it. He told me he took it down the tip, but I don't know.
No, he's burned it. Men don't give a shit.
No,
they do not give a shit. You would literally, Chris would throw photos away. He's that kind of fucking devil. I swear to God. Like,
I had to tell her that table was still in the garage. It's not.
Has it gone? Has it gone?
No, it better not be.
I've had to go to IKEA. I've had to go to IKEA, buy another one, and I've looked at them photos, and I'm having to dirty it up the same as the one that we had.
Oh my God!
I'm joking. I've got it. I've still got it. It's in the garage. It's in the garage. It's a bloody good job. Like, I got that text and my heart sank.
I texted him because loads of people commented on the video, and they were like, "You can't get rid of it," and I was like, I can't get rid of it. So no, we're going to keep it. Because loads of people said, what about when you're like a nana and a grandma and stuff? And I was like, then the table comes out.
We're keeping it that long.
No, but you know what I've already decided?
Alive.
I said to James the other day, when I die, I want you to put me in the coffin and all of their artwork.
The cot.
In the cot. Put us in the cot. Put us on the bonfire.
Try and make the cot, right? Just extend the cot, right? And bury me in that. But all of their artwork, right, that's on the fridge and on the walls and that I've kept, I said, I want to lie in the coffin and then put all of that on top of me. And then I had to extend that then to the dog's ashes, who's already, the 2 spaniels' ashes, when they die, they've not gone yet, but when they die, they'll come in with me.
Right.
And then our other dog, Daisy, our Jack Russell, because I wouldn't cremate her. So, oh my God, this is all getting like...
You're going to dig her up.
I've already dug her up.
You can't dig her up. No, you fucking haven't.
Sorry.
So, she was my first ever dog that I had as an adult when I was 21.
Right.
And I was in London and I got Daisy, my little Jack Russell. And so, my God, from the age of 21, she lived until she was 16. So we've been through like everything together. Yeah. And then when she died of old age, I said, I can't cremate her. I just can't. I just can't imagine doing that. I just want I just want to keep her and I'm just going to bury her.
Uh-huh.
So that is what we did. And then we all buried her and the kids were there. And then we put her in a basket and put like loads of flowers around her and put a little blanket in. Oh my God, it was heartbreaking.
Yeah.
So we put her in. I was just devastated.
Yeah.
And then now, years and years have gone by and we've moved from the house where we buried her. Day before we moved, I said to James, well, you got to dig her up. You have to dig her up because she's my first child. She's my firstborn. You have to dig her up. And he didn't even say anything because he was like, obviously he had to because she was coming with us. There was no way in hell she was going to be left there. So God love him. The night before we went, right, he had, a head torch on and everything and he's there digging her up.
Why at night?
God, I think he was
because they want the fucking neighbours to see.
I think he was putting it off and then it got to a point when he was like, right,
you go in the
gotta
next
do it
day.
now. Yeah. So he had to dig and he said he dug all the way down, massively all the way around, got like literally the whole thing out because we buried her in her basket with all the stuff and everything.
Right.
And then we had to put her in like this big, like see-through box thing that you put clothes in and shove them up in the attic.
Yeah.
So we put her in there and she's come with us. And, and because I don't think we'll stay in the house that we are in, she's still in the garage now, in the box. So, and I will never cremate her. So until we actually move somewhere where I'm like, okay, this is us retired and we're going to be here forever, we will bury her here. We'll either do that or, oh my God, this sounds awful. But if I die before then, basically that whole box is just coming in with me. Pour all of that on me as well. Put the lid down. Then you can bury me.
Wow.
And this does make me actually want to tell you that, oh my God, this is generally like a therapy session. I bought somebody else's dead dog the other day. I mean, this is like insane, right? I was...
fuck? You bought someone else's dead dog?
Yes, and I didn't know it was somebody else's dead dog at the time because I was in Wales and I was in a charity shop and I love buying all sorts of like mad or sweet, cute little, ornaments. I'd already bought this big fat blue tit because it had loads of symbolism on breastfeeding and all sorts of things like that, right?
Nice.
And so I bought that, brought it home. It was about £3 and James was like, it's disgusting, honestly.
Sorry, a blue tit, not the bird.
Bird.
Oh, bird, right.
Blue tit bird,
Okay, sorry.
He was like, oh my God, it's just not very nice. I was like, it's symbolic
it means
for what
something.
I've been through. I saw this little ornament and it's like this plastic, see-through plastic, and it's about that size and about that wide, and it's a cute little dog with a collar.
Yeah.
And you can see through the plastic and it's got sand inside it. So I was like, oh my God, it's like a paperweight. You turn it over, there's a little stopper in it.
Right.
And so I bought it and brought it home, showed it to all of my friends, and they were like, it's a dog's ashes. I was like, of course it's not. It's a paperweight. Look, it's got sand. They said, that's not sand. Those are a dog's ashes. And they said, can you see those big solid bits which are on the top? Those are bone, which haven't, gone to ash. And so I went and Googled it and everything. And I actually found the exact replica of it. It's a plastic little dog ashes urn thing.
Okay.
And whether you put your dog's ashes in. So I brought someone else's dog's ashes from Wales all the way back home to Oxfordshire. And we've now got them in the house. And James says to me every day, can we get rid of this now? And I'm like, no, you can't.
I don't think you can.
No. I said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on a dog walk with our dogs. And then I'm going to find a nice tree. And I'm going to scatter the ashes, say like a little prayer and say goodbye. And then I will have felt that that's respectful.
Are they not coming in the coffin with you? Surely there's room in the coffin.
I know. I will not extend the invitation to somebody else's dog, but I will make sure that it's been scattered in a nice way.
But that dog could have killed a kid.
It could have, mind. I mean, it could have. We don't know why it died. We don't know if it died of old age. We don't know if it was a traumatic death, or we don't know if it had to be put down.
You don't know. This is what I think about old men. Old men sometimes.
Yes,
I hate men.
And you think they're all sweet.
Well, everyone goes, oh, he comes in here every day. He's such a nice guy. You go, I don't think he is.
Yeah.
I think his whole family have cut him off because I think he's a dickhead. Yeah. And I think you think he's this lovely old man and we're buying his dinner. He's this nice
do you know he's not a
No,
pervert?
I think he's a fucking, I think he's a wrong'un, actually. So that dog.
So Rosie has told me.
Somebody has given them ashes to the charity shop. He was a bad dog.
But they always
Rosie's told me that theory many a time. I can't believe she's finally airing it on the podcast. But there it is, the old man theory. That's one.
Could be a pervert. You don't know.
Well, exactly.
You two in the same room together is danger. I'm not enjoying this at all. I'm very worried.
You don't see many women knocking about on their own, do you?
True.
You don't see many women. They've always got a friend or a family member.
There is an old woman who used to walk up and down our street, who stopped and spoke to me once and said that her whole family, children and husband and everyone else had died and she was the last one left.
Oh, died. I was going to say fallen out with her and she's gone.
Yeah.
Oh, no, they'd all died.
Really?
Oh, that's sad.
And I felt the same as you, Rosie. I didn't trust her. So
How do you know she wasn't lying?
Well, this is the thing.
that's why I backed the car over her. I backed the car over her and I don't regret it.
Do you have her ashes?
I do. They're getting buried with me.
Not coming in
But
with
when
it.
I got this little plastic thing from a charity shop. It's a little old woman. It's a little old woman with a bow on her neck. And you can see the big bits at the top. They're kidney stones. They didn't burn properly.
But they always say it's not the dog, it's the owner. So if that dog
That's
did bite
true.
someone,
No,
it's
you're
probably
right.
because the owner hadn't made it feel
yeah.
safe or in control.
You're totally right. It's never. I don't think it's the dog's
So there's
fault.
not going to be. I mean, he wouldn't even be able to extend the cot then, would he, to bury me? Because I'm going to have so many things in that coffin with me that the cot.
I've
would
never.
just,
Do you know what? I like to think that I feel like we've got similar brains, okay? And I feel like just a lot going on.
You really have.
All right.
Yeah.
I've never thought about what I'm taking in my coffin with us.
Oh, fucking hell.
And now
Yes.
I'm gonna be thinking about that all afternoon. I'm gonna have to let
She's going to
him
start
know.
a mood board on Pinterest for it.
I'm now. I don't.